Alrighty. I'm pretty sure we are live. We are live. Episode 13 of Clash of Cultures live show, recapping week 5 games. First 5 weeks of the season has gone by crazy fast. To me,
It has.
if
It
you think about
has.
it,
Now that you, yeah.
we're 1/3 of the way done with college football.
I didn't
JB's
really
in
even
here.
think about it until you
Yeah,
said that. That's
JB's in
crazy.
here. Yeah, definitely a very fast first 5 weeks of the season. Obviously, the first couple of weeks was kind of lame as far as matchups, but now we have some good matchups throughout. Obviously, the Notre Dame Duke game was really good, which we're going to talk about. The Colorado USC game was good. We're going to talk about that as well. A lot of good games today. Um, but yeah, I mean, Dad. So just to kind of get right into it, obviously, people are going to be kind of rolling in and stumbling in as we talk. But what was kind of your immediate takeaway to week's 5's games?
Um, a lot of things that kind of are how I thought. I don't want to say that this solidified Colorado, but I think it solidified them as a team, a team that could beat anybody. They play really good ball. Um, Georgia still, to me, looks like they're stumbling. Looks like there's things to be concerned about. It seems that Alabama, and I know that game is still going on, but they figured out that they're going to have to win games using the ground game. I think Milrow is almost at 100 yards rushing in the first half. I think he had only thrown I may be, so my numbers may be off for you guys in the chat, but I think he had only thrown 8 passes in the first half. So I think they're going to use a power run game. As we kind of talked about, I think early in the early season preview, use his dual threat ability, um, and allow him and Jace to kind of take over the offense without really putting it on his arm. I guess until there's a team that can really stop that, and then allow the defense to do what they do. Um, Let me think what else. I think high-powered teams were kind of who we thought they were. A lot of slow starts. Penn State had a slow start. Oklahoma had a slow start. Oregon kind of had a slow start.
They did,
Uh,
yeah.
Again, we talk about, and I know if all of you didn't keep up with those games, if you look at the scores, it'll look like they didn't. But if you watch those games kind of in real time, you can see that teams, and that's almost been a theme of this college football season. A lot of teams having really slow starts, and some of those teams being able to break out in the second half. Georgia literally, I think I was watching a preview show saying that Georgia, and I don't know if this is true or if he was making a joke, but saying that Georgia hasn't led in the first quarter yet.
That sounds like it could be true because I know like the first couple of games they were down, and I made that a point of emphasis when we were talking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they didn't
so
look very good today.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of slow starts. Texas had kind of a slow start. Took off much later. Game of the day so far has probably been that LSU Ole Miss. No defense found. That was an absolute shootout. If you bet the over, they got to double your money. I think. I think that game went for 100 points. But what are your takeaways?
So my takeaways from today's games are, well, one second. Let me go ahead and address everybody who's joined. So JB, Missouri fan, obviously Missouri, Wisconsin fan. Mizzou looks good, top 25, beat Vanderbilt today.
Yeah.
SEC conference win, so that's big. He says Steven predicted Mizzou 5-7, so are they losing the next 7 games? We still betting cars. Well, we never bet cars, and I would still say I think 5-7 could be a realistic outcome for them. I probably wouldn't say they're going to finish it. I would say 7-5 maybe. I know you said you have them going 10-2. They're not going to go 10-2. I don't believe. I think their schedule is really hard. But I mean, they're definitely one of the bright spots of college football. I'd be wrong and I'd
Yeah,
be
yeah. That's
hating
a
if I said that. I didn't have them going 5-0 into this. I don't remember if you did. If you did, I mean, props to you. But I didn't have them going 5-0 to this point. But again, they have a gauntlet in the SEC, so I don't think they're going to finish 10-2. And I'm not trying to burst your bubble at any point. They have a better record than Clemson, so I'm not hating by any means. Talk about Brady Cook's 300. Is that the quarterback for them? Because I don't know who that is. If that's the quarterback for Mizzou, and I'm not trolling. I don't. If that's the quarterback for
Yeah,
Mizzou.
I mean, I don't know off the top of my head.
Brock Bowers was an absolute security blanket for Georgia.
That's a
Bama
fact.
said Notre Dame is overrated. We're talking about the Notre Dame Duke game.
I don't want to. I mean, Notre
Well,
Dame won, and I don't think Notre Dame is overrated. I think Duke may have been a little bit underrated. I think they were on my underrated list. That Duke team is tough. That team plays good defense. So I think people were kind of sleeping on Duke, especially. And you got to also remember the atmosphere. And this is no knock to Notre Dame, 7-point win on the road, but Duke getting their first game day game at night. The crowd was rocking. A place that's known for really rambunctious crowds. Obviously, normally for basketball, but this is the place that made the Cameron Crazies. So that crowd was rocking. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's an easy atmosphere for anybody to pull a win out in. Notre Dame was able to do it. So props to them.
Welcome to the channel, Jeremy. I'm not sure if John brought you here. If you're a Mizzou fan with John, I don't recognize the name. But if you have already been on the channel, thank you for coming back. If not, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. We go live twice a week, and we post college football content daily. Growing the channel pretty fast. We have a big giveaway coming at 1,000 subscribers. You know you're my boys, but you've been trying to burst my bubble. Y'all been trying to burst my bubble.
No, I mean, so you can't say y'all. I don't think I've talked about Mizzou all year.
I haven't talked about Mizzou since he brought him up in the preview series when I said I thought they're going to go 5-7. Other than
I don't think we didn't do a preview video on them. Yeah,
no, we didn't.
So but I also want to say, like, I didn't see 5-0 happening. I mean, that wasn't something that I don't
think anybody outside
would
of
have been
Mizzou fans would have.
Yeah, so
again, props to them because they kind of
No, I'm a surface sailor. I was not stationed on a nuclear sub. I'm on surface ships.
But another kind of takeaway I have from this game, Tim says, "Hey,
what up, Tim?
First time in the chat. What are your thoughts on Louisville next week against the Irish?"
You the Louisville guy.
So what's going on, Tim? So this is your first time on obviously our live show.
First of all, yeah, welcome, Tim.
But I'm assuming you are already a subscriber. If not, please do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. We post college football content every day. But again, if you also came to our channel from the Louisville preview, then you know I'm very high on Louisville, obviously. Been watching since June.
That's what's up, Jeremy.
Okay. Yeah, so that must have been around the time where we did the previews. But again, Tim, if you watch the Louisville preview, I'm very high on them. I think Louisville has the best college football uniforms in the country. And I think that goes a long way. Look good, play good. I think Louisville, I'll put it this way. I don't think it's impossible that they win against Notre Dame. I probably wouldn't favor Louisville, but I think the line is going to be kind of close, maybe within a touchdown. Is it at home or is Louisville or is Notre Dame the home team? Somebody let us know. But I mean, I think they have a chance. But again, it just depends what kind of team Notre Dame shows up as that day. Because Notre Dame obviously has the talent to beat anybody, but the last 2 weeks hasn't looked the greatest. And obviously they played against Ohio State last week. But in this game, so Louisville's home. So, I mean, there could be a situation where Louisville knocks them off. I probably am not going to pick them, or Louisville's on the road. Or you're saying Louisville on the road. Whatever the case may be. I think Notre Dame's going to win the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Louisville was able to win. I think if Louisville beats Notre Dame, then Louisville is going to go to the ACC title game. And that's what I said in the beginning of the season.
So my concern with Louisville and not knocking them, playing good football, but I don't think it's been 5-0 is 5-0. But they haven't, outside of really the Murray State game, they haven't looked super dominant. I get, and Boston College was a little bit down, but that NC State game, only putting up 13, kind of concerned me a little bit about what they could do against, especially a team like Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a great defense. So if you can only put up 13 against NC State, I don't know how well that offense is going to do against Notre Dame. Again, 5-0 is 5-0. They may come out and shock the world. And I think, what do we say? That game's, I can tell you, that game is at Louisville. I'm sure the crowd's going to be rocking. That's a night game. That game is at 7:30 p.m. I am sure Louisville is going to be rocking. So I would probably favor Notre Dame, but I don't think, especially after seeing Notre Dame these last 2 weeks, I don't think I'd be shocked if Louisville was able to pull off the upset. I think it would still be an upset, though.
So another takeaway I have is Pancakes Rock's team, Oregon State. You and I both had them losing to Utah. I think,
Yeah,
and again, Pancake, I'm a big fan of DJU. So don't get me wrong when I say this, but I do think not having Cam Rising caught up to Utah. Now, is Oregon State a good team?
yeah, absolutely.
Of course, they're a good team. I think they're going to be a 9 to 10 win team after the bowl game. So I think they're a good team. What's going on, DJ? I
I
think
mean,
Oregon State. I do think Oregon State jumps, and I think they have a legitimate shot now that they knocked Utah off. Even though without Cam Rising, Utah is still a good team. We saw them beat good teams as well. So I think Oregon State. I'm not going to say is a favorite to win the Pac-12, but I think they have a realistic chance to. Just depends what happens above them.
yeah, the Oregon State, I don't want to diminish a team's wins because it's not Oregon State's fault that Utah didn't, that Cam Rising wasn't playing. Oregon State has to play whoever Utah lines up with. And again, props to Utah. This is a two-time Pac-12 champion. But I do think, and again, this is just some assumptions, I do think it is a different game if Cam Rising was able to play. Now, I think we've been playing this week to week. I don't know if Cam Rising is playing this season. I don't know what's going on with him. I think we've been saying for the last 3 weeks, it's been looking like he's going to play. So I think we just got to assume every week he's not playing because I think we went into week 1 not knowing if he was going to play. I don't think he's going to play until very late this season, if at all. And Utah has to figure out some offense around Cam Rising not playing. No knock to Nate Johnson, but it's not looking great on the Utah offensive side of the ball.
Okay, and another thing I want to talk about is Colorado. I think we have to talk about them. I said it from the jump. I think if they keep this game close, they deserve all the credit in the world. And again, I'm not a fan of Colorado. I didn't jump on the hype train, but losing by a touchdown, and even the game wasn't close the entire game, but the fact that they fought all the way to the end, they had a lot of their starters out. I think Shedeur played a really good game. Caleb Williams just a little bit too much. I think they had too much talent offensively for Colorado to kind of contain. But Colorado looked good nonetheless. I think realistically they're going to finish about 6-6, and that's where I had them. I think they fixed a lot of things at halftime. We were down 34-7 at halftime.
I think it was 34-14 at halftime.
I'm not going to go as far as to saying Colorado is for real because I don't.
I'll
say
they're real. I'll say they're a team you have to, like Colorado at 1-11, and again, obviously different, but Colorado at 1-11, I think that's a team you kind of wake up that morning and then you go into the game and you play. This Colorado team, you have to game plan for, you have to be ready for. Again, I think real is relative, right? I don't think they're a playoff contender or a Pac-12 conference championship contender, but I think any given Saturday, they can give you a game. They can come out and make you have to play just like they did to USC.
Rising hasn't been cleared to play. Gotcha. Anybody who's just now kind of stumbling in here, I know there are 13 of us right now. Please, just a quick favor, share this to somebody else. Get somebody else in here to talk football with us. Obviously, the Notre Dame Duke game was a classic. Good game at the end. And make sure you guys like the video as well. We go live twice a week, and we're recapping all of this week's games. Colorado went from 1 win to a bowl game. They haven't got to a bowl game yet, but I think they're projected to a bowl game. I would agree with that.
I like the fight. Shedeur looked good. The other side of this, obviously, as we're talking about this game, is that USC defense. Like, you gotta, this guy really be, what is wrong with this guy? that USC defense, man, they have to, like, they are going to struggle against Washington and I'm not going to say Utah, especially without Cam Rising, but Washington and Oregon are going to give them problems if they cannot figure out or fix this defense. To give up however many points, was something like 30-something points in the second half to a Colorado team who was missing players on offense. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. And Shedeur's a heck of a player. No knock. I think Shedeur's played great the entire season. However, to Michael Campbell's point, what I'm going to say is, while I think Shedeur had a great game, I think today hurt his Heisman candidacy. And not because they lost, but because your numbers in comparison to Caleb Williams were lower. No knock, played a hell of a game. Love the fight. I think it probably helped his draft stock, but I think it hurt his Heisman candidacy because when you look head to head, Caleb Williams is going to had more touchdowns, had more yards, had a better completion percent. They both threw one interception. So head to head, Caleb Williams wins the head to head matchup.
Yeah. The next team I want to talk about after today's games, well, they're still playing, and that's the Washington-Arizona game. Obviously, in the preview,
yeah, I don't know what's going on with that game yet.
It's 21-7. Arizona's without their best player. Obviously, their quarterback is not playing. I had this game a lot closer than what I think it's going to end up being. But Arizona is putting up a fight. They're almost in the red zone right now before half. If they're able to score, it's going to be 21-14 at half. Again, I didn't think Arizona was a slouch of a team, and they are doing this with their backup quarterback. I don't even know who the backup quarterback is. Penix hasn't thrown a touchdown in the first half. So a lot. That's a little bit more surprising to me. I think if Delore was in the game and this was happening, again, I told you I wouldn't be surprised. But the fact that they're doing it without their quarterback is surprising.
Noah Fifatia.
Yeah.
Noah Fifatia, 11 for 14, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Penix, while no touchdowns, is 18 for 20, 181 yards. So 2 incompletions, still having a heck of a game.
And they are in the red zone now. The next team, let's see what other good games there were today.
Florida game.
We need to talk about LSU. That's what we need to talk about. LSU is now a 2-loss team, yo. I told y'all this at the LSU preview. And I know for a fact there's no LSU fans in here because as soon as somebody's team loses, they run for the fences. They hit the track. I was called names. I was called delusional. I was told to go do my damn research.
Well, not by people that really be in the chat.
But nobody here because nobody here is an LSU fan. And I don't think anybody here has said go do research. But I think it's funny that a team that was penciled in at the playoffs, a team that was we're going to play in the SEC title game, is now 3-2, and you still have Alabama on your schedule. And now it's my prediction of 10-2 is really what's the word I'm looking for? That's really like being
modest.
Not modest, but it's like that's even a stretch. Like,
yeah,
because you're probably going to go into the Alabama game an underdog. If not, it's going to be very close. So I just think that's kind of crazy. Pancake says Ole Miss is tough.
Ole Miss is tough.
I feel like there's mixed reviews about Ole Miss though. Like some people think they're terrible, some people think they're really good.
Ole Miss is one of those teams that is weird. They're either hot or cold. That's why I want to give credit to Ole Miss. First of all, the game had absolutely no defense. But Ole Miss, who looked literally stunted last week on offense, looked like they couldn't get anything started. Obviously had an offensive explosion against what I think we all suspected would be a halfway decent LSU defense. So credit to Ole Miss because this is, Lane Kiffin is a great offensive mind. I don't know what it is Nick Saban has on him. I feel like it's almost like you remember in Waterboy how the one coach had the other coach scared. Like Lane Kiffin is scared of Nick Saban, like he has his playbook or something. But in every other week, the offense looks really good. And you've seen Judkins back, looked really good running the ball, something they haven't been able to do. And I think he's been a little banged up, something they haven't been able to do this season. Yeah, LSU, LSU's probably now officially out of the playoff. Well, I won't even say probably. No 2-loss team has got into the playoffs. Well, okay, let me.
Well, no. I don't
want to say they're out.
I think even if they went out, I don't see a situation.
I'm going to say because if they beat Alabama and they were able to, because we were talking about this last year, right? Where LSU had a point where they were 2 losses and they were still going to the SEC championship. If they had won that game, the thought was they probably would have been in the playoffs. If LSU is able to beat Alabama, beat Georgia or whoever comes out of the East, and be the SEC champion with 2 losses, with one of them being to a Florida State team that may also win the ACC, I don't know. I think if a 2-loss team was to get in, it would have to be the SEC champion.
Welcome to the channel, Taylor. I'm not sure if you.
What is going on with this guy? What?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm not sure. I know I'm almost positive, Taylor, you've never been in our live show. So welcome to the live show. We go live twice a week to talk college football. We preview and then recap the games every week. If you are just now stumbling across our channel, we do college football content. We post it every single day. But if you already have been here before,
so Pancakes Rock, they did win a championship as a 2-loss team, but that was before the playoffs. So we're saying a 2-loss team is not has not made it hasn't even made it into the playoffs as one of the 4 teams for the playoffs.
So Taylor, if you're new to the channel, please do us a favor, subscribe, join the community. We are giving away a signed Heisman jersey at 1,000 subscribers. If you already subscribed, welcome back. Glad to have you. Bama said, can a 2-loss SEC champ get in? I think it can. They would just need a lot to go their way, in my opinion. Brian Kelly still needs talent, right? Because it was Notre Dame issue. LSU is out. Stop trying to make something happen that isn't there.
This isn't being realistic. I'm not trying to say I think LSU has the easiest road, or I wouldn't bet that LSU makes it in. I am just, in being realistic, it is possible. Right? If I'm the LSU coach, if I'm Brian Kelly, I'm telling my team that, hey, all of our goals are still ahead of us. Not saying it's because, again, if you played that out and said that a Pac-12 team is undefeated, Florida State stays undefeated, a Big 12 team stays undefeated, and Ohio State, Michigan, or Penn State stay undefeated, then I think it doesn't matter. The SEC would just be out. But I think it'd be, as much love as the SEC has, I think it'd be crazy for there not to be an SEC team in the playoffs.
And I think we're obviously in week 5. We still have another 9 or 10 weeks to go. A lot's going to happen, guys.
Let me say this. If I was betting money right now, I'd be willing to bet a substantial amount of money that LSU does not make the playoffs.
Yeah. I agree. It's just really hard, especially with the schedule they have. They lost to Florida State. And I said from the jump, I didn't think they were going to win out. And I was getting bashed for saying that. Oh, well, you don't think we can win out? And I didn't think so. And I said that in the preview. I just don't trust LSU. I don't know if they're a team that can get it done on a week by week basis. And that's what I thought. But there's now 13 people in here. Please do us a favor, like the video, share it to someone new. Trying to get more people in here to talk football with us. Obviously, we want the channel and the community to keep growing. It's been really fun. We have a Discord. We talk football in every single day. Right now, we're recapping all the games. So please, like I said, like the video for us. It helps us out a lot. Why should they 2 losses in an average SEC? I agree. The SEC this year is a little bit down, so I agree with that.
And I'm just, again, let me say this again. I'm just playing it out. Do I believe they're going to get in? No. I am playing. This man really wants us to talk about Missouri. Missouri they're doing their thing. I need them to beat a really good team.
Well, the good thing is we can talk about them next week because they play LSU.
Yeah, so. That'll be the nice litmus test. If Missouri beats LSU, then I think that puts it in a place where we got to start really talking about them.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be a good game next week. Wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I don't think that's going to be the game day game.
Red River rivalries next week.
Oh, that's right. Oklahoma, Texas. It's going to be a good one.
Both should be top 10.
Stilo said, be sure to drop a like if you're rocking with us. Please, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button. Jeremy says, do you think Kentucky will be ranked? They better be ranked. They need to be.
They beat a ranked Florida team. And let me say this. I am not going to predict. They play Georgia next, if you guys didn't know. I'm not going to predict that they're going to beat Georgia. But based off, if a team so far was to beat Georgia, I'm probably going to have this game pretty close. That Kentucky team, I watched them today. They look good. That offensive line is ridiculous. Again, not saying that I think they're going to beat Georgia, but I think they're going to give Georgia a heck of a game.
What's going on, James? Welcome to the channel. If you have not already, please do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Guinea Pig Clips, big win for Notre Dame. I know you were at the game, so I hope you had fun, man. It looked like fun. I know
get home safe.
I know you're probably scared all game, but I know that was a good one to go to. I thought you said you weren't going. Let us know though. I thought you said you weren't going.
Taylor he showed a picture from the stadium. It looked like he had a picture in the Discord.
I think before Bama had asked you going, he said he's not going.
I like to talk about this. I see Nicholas Powell's comment. I don't know why teams go into prevent late. To me, that's what killed Notre Dame against Ohio State. That prevent where obviously Mbuka caught the ball at the 1. Why don't you, if you've been playing good defense, now again, if a team's been torching you, maybe late in the game where it's one of those situations, okay. But if you've been playing pretty good defense, man, make them beat you with your guys lined up the way they've been lined up. You go to prevent, you're giving up yards.
Yeah, to me, I mean, I think the killer was the 4th and 10 or 4th and 16 he got when Hartman ran. Big play by Hartman, obviously.
Yeah.
Heady play by a veteran quarterback, so can't knock him there.
Yeah, but that's because literally the play before that, Kentucky rushed Hartman. They got pressure on him. They rushed him. Whatever was it, 3rd down or 4th down? I can't remember.
It was 3rd.
3rd down, you go into a prevent. Good defense, good play in the secondary, but the nearest person, you're rushing 3, the nearest person to Hartman is 20 yards down the field. You literally he almost walked to 16 yards. So that's why why not? You literally took 2 plays in a row where you rushed him. One, you got a sack. The other one, you made him throw it away. And then you go into a prevent. Made no sense to me.
Yeah. 15 people in here. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Obviously, like I said, we go live twice a week. Do us a quick favor. Hit that like button for us on the stream. It helps us get to more people, get new perspectives, opinions, and takes in here so we can continue the dialogue. It's been really fun going back and forth with you guys for the last couple of weeks. We will look forward to continue doing that as well. What other good games were there today that we're missing out on that we haven't talked about? I know Alabama's playing right now, but
the Kentucky game. We got to talk about that Texas-Kansas game.
Oh yeah, to me that game was bogus because I think if Jalen Daniels plays, I don't think they win. But again, I had the game very close. I think without him playing, it kind of diluted their offense so much.
Yeah,
to the point where you have a guy who's obviously not as talented as him, but Texas can kind of send the house at a guy who's not as experienced. And to me, it kind of took away from how good the game could have been.
Yeah, obviously that was a shock because I think they were showing an interview from him yesterday. So they said something in his back locked up or something right before the game. Yeah, obviously
lower back stiffness or
obviously took away from the game. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely was underwhelming because that was one of the games I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, it's pretty much everything. Tennessee was able to win by 21 points. So Joe Milton did not look good. 2 interceptions, only 1 touchdown. I thought South Carolina would be able to pull that game off.
Yeah,
Pancake said, did Oklahoma win? They did. They won 50-20. They started off really slow, though.
That game, I was about to say, yeah, they did. I'm going to continue to say, I think if Oklahoma is able to win next week, you're going to start hearing a lot of Dylan Gabriel
they're my pick
love.
For the Big 12. They're my pick.
You're going to start hearing a lot of Dylan Gabriel love. He had a heck of a game. 366, 3 touchdowns, 1 late interception. So, yeah, I think you're going to start hearing a lot of Dylan Gabriel love. I don't think he gets enough talk in the Heisman race or anything like that. But, like I said, that Texas game next week, the spotlight's going to be on them. And if they're able to pull it off, all of a sudden everybody is going to be talking about Dylan Gabriel.
Yo, JB is crazy, bro. What is wrong with this dude? He be throwing off our whole flow.
That man love. Like, JB, if you wanted to join the Navy, man, you could have joined. They got recruiters everywhere. Like, if you need me to call somebody, I can see about getting you in, man.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow's AP poll. Obviously, gonna be a lot of shaking up.
Yeah.
Hope QB Ryland didn't break or tear ankle bones, but it looks like on TV. It looks ugly. Dylan Gabriel is my QB on my fantasy team. You doing college football fantasy?
I've never done it.
That sounds fun, though.
Yeah, that would be.
That sounds kind of fun. Might have to try that out.
Is that really a thing? I've never seen it.
There's got to be.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I've never seen like. What is wrong with this?
Jamie is crazy. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much our takeaways from week 5. Is game day going to the Cotton Bowl? They better. I would.
I don't think. I think they'll announce probably tomorrow, but I assume because Oklahoma's 14, I think they're going to move up a little bit, especially with Utah losing. Who else? Anybody else in the top 13?
LSU.
What was LSU? LSU was 13.
They were like 12, I think.
So LSU, Utah, so they may be a top 10 team or fringe top 10 team, and obviously Texas is in the top 5. So, I suspect that's where they're going to go.
Alrighty, and before we kind of continue on with this episode, I want to give a quick update for our pick'em. Steven with another trash week.
I didn't even see how I did.
So I couldn't tell you what I did this week. I'll just tell you what my overall record is. I'm still on the bottom of the list. Bottom of the list as far as everybody who has played. I'm not on the bottom because it goes by how many wins you get correct, not your win-loss percentage. But I'm 26-23. Dad, you are 32-17, which is a good record, actually. You got 6 games ahead of me. Number 1 person is Cat09 Olives. They were number 1 last week, so he or she is holding it down. Hella Dubs coming in second right now, 1 game behind. Chevy Truck, 2 games behind. Gonzo, my man Gonzo, 4 games behind.
Is that Gonzo? Gonzo?
Yeah, that's Gonzo, linebacker,
okay,
All-American. Bama's 5 games behind. So I think it's going to come down to the last couple of weeks, man. Nobody's really at the forefront. I think I'm pretty much out of it at this point.
Cat Olives is killing it.
Yeah,
whoever that is.
Yeah.
Cat. Doing that thing.
Cat. Oh no, Cat 9 Lives. That's what it is. Cat 9 Lives. That's what it is. It's got to be that.
There's an O in there.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Maybe it's Cat and the last name is O, but it's 9 Lives. So I thought it was Olives.
That's Cat Olives.
It's not no damn
with
Olives.
A 9 in the middle.
It's 9 Lives, bro.
There's an O.
But
and then the rest of it is lowercase.
He or she is killing it right now.
Cat, I need you to let me know what that is. Are you in there, Cat?
Nah, they're not in there. I don't think they've ever been here, unless it's somebody else. But let's look forward to next games really quick. Obviously, this is probably not going to be a super long episode. There wasn't too many crazy games this week, but tomorrow we're going to be doing our reaction to the AP. So next week we have Oklahoma, Texas. We have LSU, Mizzou, Alabama, A&M, UCF, Kansas. Did you see UCF blow a 35-7 lead?
30 in the third.
Hey, Wheeler, where you at, Wheeler? That's tough. Notre Dame, Louisville, Kentucky, Georgia, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Arizona, USC should be a decent game.
So, man, you got a lot of sneaky good games.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Not like maybe as big as week 4, but you got a lot of like that Kentucky, Georgia game. Like you got a lot of sneaky good games.
No, definitely. Hopefully it's a good week of football. Obviously tomorrow we're going to be dropping our reaction to the AP poll. Notre Dame needs to get to its bye week. What do you have a bye after?
You know why? I think that because I think that Ohio State Maryland game, Maryland's undefeated and nobody's talking about them.
I think
Maryland never won at Missouri.
I think Maryland's going to be in the top 25 this week, though.
Is that a real? I don't know if that's real, but is it?
Maybe. Notre Dame primetime again. Yeah, hopefully it's some good football. Like I said, we're going to be dropping the AP poll reactions tomorrow. I know they come out at 11 or 2 p.m. Eastern, something like that. So we'll do the reaction to that. Let us know right now before you guys leave us. Let us know what games you want to see us do a preview to this week.
That'd be good.
So that way you guys can kind of have a say in that. But before we head out, while you guys let us know, it's trivia time. Got to do trivia again. Same thing as normal. You give 3, I give 3.
Okay, hold on. Man,
I'll go first.
You don't be warning me or nothing. Sometimes we do trivia, sometimes we don't.
I'll go first. I'll give you the 3 first.
All right, I'm gonna pick a game, and I'm gonna that was so much easier. All right.
He on your head, boy.
I'm not. Look it up. They have this thing called Google. What do you want me to Google?
That they didn't win there or whatever.
Oh, I don't really care. It's not like that was a weird, not weird. That was a surprising comment. Let me say, I did not know that.
All right, let's see. All right, where did I need to find a good one? We're doing trivia, y'all. All
right, here I'll start.
Okay, ready? Go ahead.
All right. The kick returner for the Jaguars, Jamal Agnew, Where did he go to college?
I have no idea. Auburn.
No.
Where'd he go?
So you would never guess this, but you are somewhat related to this. Like you've I don't know if you've ever been to the school, but you've definitely been to the city the school is in. Oh, and he just said it.
Where? Oh, San Diego?
Yeah, he
Oh,
went
I
to
did
San
not.
Diego.
He went to USD?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's what I thought maybe.
That's where we had our graduation.
That's
That
why I
is
thought
crazy.
maybe you would know it.
That's kind of crazy.
All right, your turn.
All right, where did oh, you're not gonna know that. I'm not gonna waste my time with that one.
Yeah, come on, don't go crazy.
All right,
I thought you might know, Agnew.
Where did oh, you're gonna know that one. Jenny Craig Pavilion is crazy.
That's a real school. Oh, somebody.
Jenny, that's where we graduated.
That's what it's called.
Where did Frank Clark go to school?
Frank Clark. So it's funny because I can picture him in college.
If I don't think you can.
Oh, okay. Oh,
he went to Michigan.
Oh, so I can. That's why I'm about to say.
You should have known then. You should have known.
But
you
when
saw
you
him
said
3 times.
no, but when you said I don't think you can,
Because
I was thinking like
you would have said it.
I was thinking you were saying like, oh, he must have went to a small school. That's the only reason I was like, I can picture.
All right, I got another one.
You threw me off. All right. No. I got the next one. That was
okay,
one.
Go ahead.
All right. Where did so the leading receiver for the Falcons is Mac Hollins. Where did he
went to
go
North Carolina?
Okay. All right.
Where did Travis Homer go to school?
Notre Dame.
No.
North Carolina.
No, but it is an ACC school.
I remember him too. Boston College.
No.
I don't know then.
He went to Miami.
Okay. All right, my last one. See, you fucked me with that Frank Clark one. You did me dirty. I want you to know that. All right. Let me think. You'll know that one.
I got one for you.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Yeah, you're excited.
Let's go.
All right. Where did Andre Cisco, the safety? Oh, you remember that?
Juice. Yeah, I remember.
See, that one I would have got.
All right. Where did Zay Jones go to school?
ECU.
Okay, you knew that one. All right, y'all. That's gonna wrap it up for today's live show. Obviously, we just recapped week 5. Please, if you haven't already, do us a quick favor. Like the video, share it to somebody else.
You love saying that song. I wish I was a little bit taller. What is?
I have no idea.
What this guy? Did I miss something in the comments?
Yeah, I don't know. But please, like I said, if you haven't already, subscribe.
Hey, Stalin's actually pretty tall. Like he's taller than me. So he's over. I think he's over 6 foot. Yeah. So he said it's like the dude's 5'3". What is wrong with this guy, JB? He really cracking me up.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Make sure you guys check us out tomorrow. We're gonna be posting the AP poll reaction. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss that upload. We're gonna be going live. Oh, wait, before I say when.
Because of Stilo. I got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see if there's any Friday games.
That makes sense. Okay.
I don't think so. Looks like we're gonna be doing our live show on Friday, y'all. Friday makes the most sense.
What? There's no Friday games. I wish I had a girl who was good. I would call her.
There is, but nothing to preview. So we'll be doing our Friday live show, Friday 8 p.m. Eastern. Please check us out there. We will see you guys tomorrow during the AP poll reaction. We appreciate you guys. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.